Alright, so let's talk about ethics in games. No, hold on. That's the wrong script.
Yeah.
So today we're going to talk a bit about laws and ethics in information security. Well, I say a little bit because I don't know law and I don't know about ethics, but I know a little bit about information security. So big shout out to these researchers over at Freedom to Tinker. They found abuse of browser built-in login managers, whereby some advertising companies were running scripts that could be used to exfiltrate data from them. What it means is that you visit a website and the script will basically overlay an invisible form that your browser's login manager would say, hey, a form, I like forms, I can fill them in. So it fills out all the details. The script then takes the email address, converts it into a hash and sends it off to a third-party server. Capturing email hashes is rather clever because emails are quite persistent. You don't really change your email address all that often. So if someone can track you from your email address, it doesn't matter whether you clear your cookies in your browser or even change devices. Your email will remain constant so they can reliably track you and gather a lot of information about your browsing habits. Now, two companies were mentioned in the report, AdThink and OnAudience. So I sent them both the identical email in which I basically asked 3 questions. Hey, you claim to be anonymous, but if you know the email address, you're not really being anonymous. What's stopping you from using this technique to exfiltrate passwords as well as the email address? And have you heard of this regulation called GDPR? I wasn't expecting either of them to respond. AdThink didn't, but OnAudience did. So thank you very much for responding. So what they're trying to say is legally we're one company, OnAudience is a subsidiary or a sub-company, and the script is run by a legacy system which has no connection with or doesn't really exchange the data, only gathering email hashes. Everybody else seems to do it, so it must be okay. We pay close attention to all the regulations and try to abide by them. Check out the script. We're not doing anything malicious. Now, I don't really speak privacy legalese fluently. I mean, I can maybe order some tea and biscuits, but that's about it. You see, there are dark forces at work here. There's the letter of the law, the spirit of the law, and then there's actual real life. On a similar topic, there was a really good debate on Twitter the other day about social engineers using OSINT to gather information about employees of a company and whether that was legal or not. On one hand, some were saying that, hey, it's not legal for you to go out and gather all this information. On the other hand, they were saying, well, criminals do it. We're just trying to replicate what a real life attack would look like. We're not using it for malicious purposes. So we need to be more privacy conscious when building in security. Putting in regulations like GDPR is a good start, but criminals don't really care about the law. So what else can we do to protect ourselves? Publishing platforms, they could be architected slightly better. Browsers as well, they could offer more isolation, segmentation, not auto-filling stuff out. But then you're weighing it up against the user experience. So there's all those things to bear in mind. And then there's steps that users can take themselves. So if you needed yet another excuse to use an ad blocker, then this is one. But users also need to protect what they put out publicly. When it comes to the internet, the data out there and digital footprints, it's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under.
Yeah.